A smooth, white object, shaped like a Tic Tac, moving in ways that seemed to defy the limits of any known aircraft, was intercepted by U.S. Navy fighter jets over the Pacific Ocean. The encounter lasted only a few minutes, but it involved experienced pilots, military radar systems, and advanced combat sensors. What they recorded would later become one of the most investigated UFO encounters ever documented by the U.S. military. The incident took place in November 2004 during U.S. Navy training exercises in the Pacific Ocean, about 100 miles off the coast of San Diego, California. It began when radar operators aboard the cruiser USS Princeton started detecting unusual targets in the airspace around the carrier strike group. For several days, radar systems tracked objects appearing at extremely high altitudes and descending rapidly to just above sea level. The targets did not behave like conventional aircraft. They appeared on radar, disappeared, and then reappeared in completely different positions. At first, operators suspected a system malfunction, until the contacts kept showing up again and again. To investigate, 2 FA-18 Super Hornet fighter jets were sent to intercept one of the radar contacts. Among the pilots was David Fravor, an experienced Navy commander. When the jets arrived at the location indicated by radar, they did not immediately see the object. Instead, something unusual caught the pilot's attention. A patch of ocean water appeared to be churning, as if something large was moving just beneath the surface. Above that disturbed area, the pilots finally spotted the object. It was white, elongated, and completely smooth, with no wings, no tail, and no visible signs of propulsion. Its shape resembled a small oval capsule, similar to a Tic Tac candy, which is where the pilot's nickname for the object came from. The object moved rapidly over the water, making erratic maneuvers as if reacting to the presence of the fighter jets. Fravor decided to descend for a closer look. As the jet approached, the object began climbing and turning toward the aircraft. For a few moments, the two seemed to circle each other in a kind of aerial observation maneuver. Then, suddenly, the object accelerated. According to the pilot, it shot away at a speed impossible to follow, disappearing within seconds. Moments later, radar operators registered something even stranger. The object suddenly appeared again in another location, exactly at the fighter's pre-programmed rendezvous point. It was as if it somehow knew where the pilots were heading. After the first team returned, another fighter jet was sent to the area and managed to capture the object using an infrared targeting system. The footage shows an aerial object flying without wings or visible exhaust, moving quickly and changing direction. Years later, the video would become one of the most well-known recordings of an unidentified flying object. It was eventually officially confirmed by the United States Department of Defense, which acknowledged the authenticity of the footage. The case was also analyzed within the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, a government program dedicated to investigating unidentified aerial phenomena. Even with radar data, military sensors, and direct testimony from trained pilots, no definitive explanation has ever been presented. An encounter recorded by military radar, witnessed by trained pilots, and captured by combat sensors. So the question is simple. Do you think the objects seen that day were truly technology of non-human origin? Or is there a terrestrial explanation for everything that was recorded during that encounter?